Hello everyone, welcome to Laexcellence IAS Academy. You all guys know that global warming is a reality. Global warming, which this global warming is accelerating the climate change. Climate change is nothing but the planet is becoming more warmer than usual, right? Because of this, two things are happening. One is rise in the sea level, means the level of sea is rising across the globe. This is one phenomenon. And second is that lakes are getting affected. How? Lakes are small water bodies, and because of this global warming, the water in these lakes is getting evaporated in a more faster rate than water is accumulated in these lakes. On the one hand, lakes are disappearing or means they are evaporating at a faster rate because of global warming or climate change on the one hand. On the other hand, these lakes getting affected by human activities. What are those human activities? Means pollution like industrial or sewage, also encroachment from the human activities, means construction of buildings, construction of dams, expansion of urban areas. Because of this also lakes are disappearing. And third major reason is construction of dams. Construction of dams and the sources of these lakes. For example, rivers or streams. The construction of dams on these particular streams or rivers affecting the accumulation of water in these lakes. Because of these reasons, lakes are drying up, means they are disappearing. The level of water is decreasing. You can see that one level, rise in the sea levels are happening, which is not suitable for the consumption. On the other hand, lakes are disappearing, which is vital source for the human activities like drinking water, agriculture. And because of these reasons, UPSC is focusing on such areas where human livelihoods are getting affected by the climate change and global warming. Take for example, in 2022, the question was asked with respect to Lake Fagubine. Lake Fagubine, which is in Mali. Mali is a West African nation. Lake Fagubine is disappeared because of multiple reasons. One is obviously climate change and global warming. And another is Lake Fagubine disappeared because of lack of conservation due to Mali facing ethnic conflicts, as we already discussed this, and also because of wars, or means military coup. Because of these reasons, Lake Fagubine experiencing lack of conservation efforts. Because of these reasons, which accompanied with the climate change and global warming, Lake Fagubine disappeared, which affected the people of Mali who were dependent on this lake for the agricultural activities, right, and drinking water. And UPSC focusing on such lakes where human activities or human livelihoods are getting affected. So make sure that such lakes are covered in these videos, so we will be able to answer in the examination without any hesitation. Okay, let us start. The first lake is Lake Ayar. Lake Ayar or Lake Katitanda, which is located in Central Australia, means the desert area of the Central Australia. It is an endorheic system. This is endorheic system, means the endorheic system is nothing but water is evaporates, means there will be no outlet from this lake to water pass out from this particular lake area. So water will be coming into this lake from different sources, but there will be no outlet from this particular lake to water go out, and the water will be evaporated. The only means of water to get out from this particular lake is evaporation. Since there is a global warming happening and this lake, particular Ayar lake, located in the desert area, there is a much faster rate of evaporation in this particular region. Because of this reason, Lake Ayar or Lake Katitana experiencing drought conditions, and the water level in this particular Lake Ayar is disrupting, means there is a fluctuation in this particular Lake Ayar. Okay, this is causing more frequent and prolonged drought in this particular lake. And also this particular lake is owned by the community called the community Urbana community, which owns this particular land and also conservation of this particular lake. And second lake is with respect to Lake Mead. This Lake Mead is located on the border of Nevada and as well as Arizona in the USA. This is part of the Hoover Dam, reservoir of Hoover Dam, and this constructed on Colorado River. There is a multi-year drought in this particular region. This is the region. There is a multi-year drought. Because of this, the water level in this particular Lake Mead is decreasing. Means also decreased with respect to 120 feet. Okay. This is Lake Mead constructed on the Colorado River. Means this is a man-made lake, part of the Hoover Dam. Okay. This is the facts you should know about Lake Mead. And next is Lake Erie. Lake Erie is part of the 5 Great Lake. Okay. 5 Great Lakes of the USA. Okay. This is Lake Erie, and it was in news because of the algal blooms. Algal blooms is happening in this Lake Ayar. Since it is a freshwater lake, algal bloom can affect the population in this particular region, which is in USA and Canada border. This is Canada and this is USA. This particular Lake Ayar is located on the border of Canada as well as USA. Since it is facing algal bloom, because of this, there will be a risk of people getting affected in this particular region. Algal blooms happen because of eutrophication. What is eutrophication? Eutrophication is nothing but pollution of water, where there is a increase in the biological oxygen demand. There will be increase in the biological oxygen demand, and this is called eutrophication, which increases the occurrence of algal bloom in these particular lakes. Okay, this is Lake Erie, is part of the 5 Great Lakes of USA. Okay, and next is the Great Lakes. Why Great Lakes were in news? The phenomena was lake snow effect. Lake snow effect was occurred in this region, in this particular Great Lakes region. Because of this reason, Great Lakes were in news. What is this lake snow effect? Lake snow effect is nothing but, in simple words, whenever there is a cold winds coming from different parts of the region, these cold winds will contact with the warm water bodies. This is warm water bodies, means in fact this is fresh water bodies. These are warms, but these cold winds will come in contact with this particular warm water bodies. Because of this, there will be a snowfall, and this is called lake effect snowfall. This is lake effect snowfall. This happened recently in the Great Lakes region. Because of this reason, we are discussing. We'll briefly go into this. The first, Lake Superior. This is Lake Superior. This is border on the Canada and USA. Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan is the only lake which is located entirely in USA. This located entirely in USA. And Lake Huron. This is also shares border with Canada as well as USA. And Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. All these lakes except Michigan shares border with the USA and Canada. And this Lake Superior connected to the Lake Huron, and means this Lake Superior feeds Lake Huron. Okay, this connected with the St. Mary's River. Okay, St. Mary's River feeds the Lake Huron from Lake Superior. And Lake Michigan. This Lake Michigan also feeds Lake Huron, and again Lake Huron feeds Lake Erie. Lake Erie feeds Lake Ontario, and ultimately Lake Ontario is connected to Pacific Ocean through St. Lawrence River. St. Lawrence connects the Lake Ontario with the Atlantic Ocean, means the Hudson Bay. The Hudson Bay is connected to Lake Ontario through St. Lawrence River. These are the things you should know about Great Lakes, and the largest is Superior Lake and the smallest is Lake Ontario. Okay, this is where particular Lake Erie is connects with Lake Ontario through Niagara River. Niagara River, where Niagara Falls located. Okay, these are the very important facts with respect to Great Lakes. And next is Lake Titicaca. Now we are coming to South America, where we discuss Lake Titicaca. Lake Titicaca located on the borders of Bolivia as well as Peru. This is Lake Titicaca. You can notice that this is the world's highest navigable lake. Means this lake is navigable. This is the world's highest navigable lake means this is located in the Andes mountains. Okay, this is Andes mountains range. Okay. Means this lake is located on the Andes mountain range, and this is designated as the Ramsar site. Okay, Lake Titicaca is in news because of this is facing serious threat from climate change and drought. Okay, because of this the water levels in this particular lake is dropping. Okay, these are the things you should know about Lake Titicaca. This is the world's highest navigable lake. First point, this is Ramsar site, and also this is world's ancient. This is one of the world's ancient lakes in the world. Okay, and Lake Titicaca is the largest freshwater lake in the South America. This is largest freshwater lake in the South America. Okay, this is highest navigable lake in the world. This is the largest freshwater lake in the South America. This is one of the world's ancient lakes and designated as Ramsar site, and this lake is facing a drought condition as also the water level in this particular lake is decreasing because of climate change. Okay, and next lake is Lake Pupu. Lake Pupu, this is Lake Titicaca. We already discussed this. This is Lake Pupu. Lake Pupu, it is in Bolivia. Okay, this Lake Pupu is the largest saline lake in Bolivia. Okay, this is largest saline lake in Bolivia, and this is facing a decline of water in this particular lake Pupu because of multiple reasons. Obviously, climate change, mining activities, water diversion for agriculture, for irrigation, and reduced rainfall in this particular region, Bolivia region. This is the reduced rainfall. Because of this, Lake Pupu in Bolivia is witnessing a decline in the water level, and also this is the second largest lake in the Bolivia, and this is the second largest lake in the Bolivia, Lake Pupu. Please remember it is in Bolivia. And Lake Panolas. This is Lake Panolas river. It is in Chile. Okay, we discussed the Lake Titicaca in Bolivia and Peru. We discussed Lake Pupu in Bolivia, and we discussing Lake Panolas, which is in Chile. Okay, this is crucial water source for the Valparaiso region. Okay, in Chile, this is drying up because of highest temperatures in particular region. Because of this temperature rise and reduced rainfall, there is a fast melting of snow in the Andes. This is also located in the Andes region. This Lake Panolas is located in the Andes region. There is a faster melting of snow in this particular Andes, which affecting the accumulation of water in this particular lakes. What happens when there is a faster melting of snow? There will be a large accumulation of water, and there is a faster rate of evaporation due to increase in the temperature. So because of this, there will be a decline of water level in this particular Lake Panolas, which is very important source of water to this Valparaiso region in this particular Chile. Okay, this is Lake Panolas, which is located in Chile. Okay, these things are sufficient for your examination. And next is Lake Montbell. This Lake Montbell is located in France. This is located in France, and this is southward France, which is created in 1985. This created means this is a man-made lake. This is man-made lake. Lake Montbell has been severely affected by the winter drought. Lake Montbell is drying up because of the winter drought. These are the things with respect to Lake Montbell, and these other lakes very important, which were in news because of drying up or meals, some other algal blooms. Also because of the human activities we all discussed, like irrigation, the construction of dams. Okay, we'll come up with many more lakes in the next videos. Thanks for watching.